Hey, I'm Dave. Welcome to CapZeyeZ, all Texas music.
We've been doing this for 30 years, bringing you nothing but Texas music. We hope you dig it, because we love making it.
CapZeyeZ, all Texas music. Hey y'all, welcome to CapZeyeZ. We are an all Texas music program where we showcase bands in clubs, in our studio, which is where we're at today at the facilities of Austin Public. It is managed by Austin Film Society, so check out the website online at AFS, and if not, they're all over social media, the Instagrams, the TikToks, and all of it, as is CapZeyeZ. You can find all of our links at davetv.org, and we thank you for tuning in. I've got a acoustic singer-songwriter showcase for you today, and we're leading things off with my lovely wife, Renée Woodward. Always excited to have Renée on the show. Not only is she a very talented singer, songwriter, she's a beautiful person who's changed my life, and last time I was here, I almost lost my life. So I'm glad to be back alive talking to my wonderful wife, Renée Woodward. How are you?
I'm good. I'm glad to see you back doing your thing.
Yeah.
I love to see you shine.
Absolutely. Thanks to family as yourself and Woodstock over here showing up and supporting. We're bringing you the show again. Next season we've got changes in store. We picked up a new sponsor, Kick Butt Coffee, and we're going to be shooting some stuff there. So you'll be seeing a lot of that on the channel. And you know, who knows what we get into. We may still do some occasional tapings in here. If you're in a band and want to be on, definitely look me up, davetv.org. But today, Renée has been playing us some songs that I know she's been working on for quite a while. I think a couple classics, but for the most part, some songs you've been writing.
My heart just can't take it. Every time you come around, my knees get weak. I cannot speak, not a sound. My heart just can't take it. Each time you walk away, my love is just not enough to make you stay. Now I'm waiting for the day you say that you are gonna stay. Be my only love, not your lonely love, but the one you're dreaming of. My heart just can't take it. Being close and letting go. Just let me in and let's begin to let love grow. There will come a time when you say that you are mine, or you must set me free. Oh, let go of me. Oh, let love be. I have no more time for just another line about uncertainty. If you're not sure of me, I'm begging you, please. My heart just can't take it. My heart just can't take it. My heart just can't take it. My heart just can't take it.
And we look at working with Jimmy George on a new record, huh? Tell us a little bit about that story.
That's right, yeah. I had written several new songs, trying to write a love song album, and you introduced me to Jimmy, and it was like a glove we fit together, and it was really inspiring, and we went in a little little while, about a week before you had your heart attack, is that right?
Yeah.
About a week before, and started pre-production and started arranging songs, and it was just, I cannot wait to hear what he does with it.
So you mentioned love songs, and at a, you know, you hear that and you think, oh, love songs. But it's not like your, oh my goodness, touchy love songs. A lot of the times it's about loss of love, hopes of love.
Yeah.
When you write a song like that, is it highly likely that those are personal experiences?
Yes, it's highly likely. However, you know, there are some songs that I just tried to draw from what I thought something might feel like before I met you, like that. Like, oh, I think this is what love probably would feel like, or what I'd like for it to feel like. And then now when I write a love song, I can actually pull from my own experience.
Well, I'm glad. You know, everyone loves the love story and, you know, the cheese. But you know, I never knew what love was till I met you. So, like, it sounds so schmaltzy, but it's true. Like, I didn't know what I was looking for, and I really wasn't looking for anything. And then you're like, this is it. So I'm very excited and glad to be a part of the story.
So like I was talking about earlier, I got married about 4 months ago. For our wedding, during our vows, I wrote this song to surprise my husband during our vows. And I don't keep secrets very well, so it was really hard not to show him this song before, but it was so worth it. So worth it. You're every dream I've ever dreamed, every love song I'll ever sing. Oh, the one thing I'll always need is you, my love. In your arms, I found a home, the one I searched for all along. Oh, the greatest love I've ever known is you, my love. Took a million days to find you, love, a million heartbreaks to find you, love. Forever is not enough to show you a million ways I love you. When the world gets to you, I'll be here to pull you through. No, there's nothing I wouldn't do for you, my love. Took a million days to find you, love, a million heartbreaks to find you, love. Forever is not enough to show you a million ways I love you. There's nothing I wouldn't do for you, my love.
you came to Austin in the 90s and hit the streets with Casey Crowley, busking,
Yeah.
Turning heads of the young Andy Langer and all sorts of people in this town.
It's true.
Tell us a
Yeah.
little bit about that time.
Yeah, I came here by myself and just started playing open mics, and that's where I met, Billy Harvey, most of my very best friends, Casey Crowley. I met Trish Murphy, who I later played with in a band called the New Hot Dam, and I met you back then too,
True.
right?
Yeah.
Like, we all kind of sort of grew up together in a way, musically and just in the music business, and creating art here in Austin.
Absolutely. Played many of the classic Austin venues, from Steamboat to Chicago House, Egos.
At Flipnotics. Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just amazing how many places have come and gone, but today we still have amazing venues. You've recently been playing at New World Deli with the other guests we'll have on the program today, Kris Schultz.
Yep. Yep, my friend Chris invited me a couple times to play there, and I think I played there one other time with Kate Howard, and just what a great little place.
Yeah.
Like it screams old Austin to me, which I love. You can hear yourself, you can see who you're playing to, you can grab just an amazing sandwich.
Yeah, no doubt.
Or for, dessert, cheesecake. It was so good. It's a great little place. I'd like to play there again.
Yeah, I know Kate Howard's been fostering that. I think it's monthly Thursday show,
That's right,
bringing all sorts of showcases of folks.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
She's doing really well with that. I know that there are a few listening rooms around town, and I wish there were more, because
Yeah, me too.
it's a long lost vibe where you don't have a sea full of people chattering and
Television's on.
drinks clinking and all of those
Yeah,
things. So.
Yeah, those shows are, it's kind of fun to sort of play to those rowdy crowds sometimes, but as a songwriter, I think you also, well, for me anyway, I really thrive off of sharing what I've, poured out on the page, right?
Absolutely.
I love singing to people.
Yeah, when someone hears it and they see you and they're tied into that moment, it's nothing like it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Climb aboard the aeroplane and find your way to me. Hold me in your arms and love me tenderly. Please don't say goodbye and leave me feeling blue. In spite of the miles, I still love you.
So this time and age for Renée Woodward is unlike the 90s in the sense that you have to work in real life. And your real life is everything from our family to
Yes.
doula,
Yes.
friends,
Yeah.
connections, and this little spot for music, huh?
Right, right. It's really hard to find a balance, as you know, watching me in my life, you know, try to fit in all the things that I love, you know, and kind of shed everything else. And that's sort of what I'm learning this year is, you know, shed everything else, you know, that's not really important.
Yeah.
And put those things in their place, you know, music and you and my daughter and your kids and, you know, my work, my doula work, which I love.
Yeah.
Try to find that balance.
It's tough.
Yeah.
I know in this moment of almost losing my life, we've found out that the support system runs deep. And
It does.
a lot of people showed up,
Yeah.
and you know, you learn a lot about folks and your connections and everything in the town and people you grew up with that come out of the woodwork.
Yeah.
And it's a learning experience as
Yeah.
far as I see it.
Yeah, and if it's okay with you, like I just want to, you know, I'm gonna get a little teary. I want to thank everybody so much for just everything that they did for us, you know, and you know, if you thought it was small, it wasn't, you know, and if it's big, it was, you know, it's like everything was just so needed, and I don't think we could have done it without all that support. So thank you from the bottom of my heart.
It's a picture perfect postcard as the sun shines on San Francisco Bay. I wish I could stay. Yeah, but here I am again, boarding this plane. 1,000 miles behind me, it looks like 1,000 more to go until I get home. Yeah, it's not knowing that makes me feel so alone. I'm getting tired of leaving, tired of living in doubt. I'm getting tired of believing and dreaming in the end this love will all work out. My dreams feel like a prison where nothing moves as slowly as time, both day and night. Yeah, I'm worn out, waiting for you to make up your mind. There's a house over on 2nd Street with a sweet lemon tree in the yard. I wish it was ours. Oh, but I'm ready for much more than you are. I'm getting tired of leaving, and tired of living in doubt. I'm getting tired of believing and dreaming in the end this love will all work out. You got all that's left of me, and your uncertainty will be the death of all we have. I'm getting tired of leaving, and
there were people who just were like, what can I do? There were people who contributed funds that help us in this time where I can't work.
Yeah.
She took off work to take care of me. I wouldn't be where I was after this heart attack if it weren't for Renée. Like, I would have never gotten through it the way I'd have today. I mean, I guess I could have survived physically, but emotionally, and no. So that feeds my soul. We had people still to this day bringing dinner.
Yeah.
Because, like, I can't lift more than a gallon of milk right now. Woodstock in here setting this stuff up today so we can continue doing the show. It's nothing but a circle of support that I can't say enough good things about. So I'm glad you're a part of my life.
I love you so much.
I love you.
Yeah.
I'm glad you shared these songs with us today.
We lost a friend of ours about 4 months ago, I think. He was a big part of this show, and, well, a huge part of this show. And he was my husband's best friend, and he also married us in our ceremony 3 weeks before he passed away. And we didn't really know what to do with our feelings about it. It was really such an emotional time and a very big loss. And I started writing this song, and my husband, Dave, started throwing lyrics at me, and it was incredibly cathartic for us to write that together and cry while we wrote it, and then have this very just beautiful, song that we could sing. That actually, for me, it makes me feel better somehow. So one of the things he used to say to me was nothing but love when he left me. And I was actually, last time I saw him was here at this studio, and he was teasing me about wearing matching shirts with my husband. And I'll never forget him. Nathan was a character. Bigger than life, bigger than love, floating round the sky above us. Time with you is not enough. Fly free with nothing but love. A jester's laugh and the voice of a king. Lead the choir with the songs you're singing. Our angel got his wings. Sing free to the sea. With love, love, and nothing but love. Love, love, nothing but love. Another season, another reason, another day to sing your songs. You joined our hearts with love so strong. Cherished words our whole lives long. How could we know that you'd be gone? We'll try our best to carry on. With love, love, nothing but love. Love, love, nothing but love. Another season, another day to sing your songs.
This guitar goes back in the life of your whole career.
It does.
Tell us a story about
It
how
does.
this guitar came into your world.
Yeah. So this guitar is I think we figured out it was a early 40s
right?
Gibson, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was my grandfather's guitar. He was a bluegrass musician. And my father is also a guitar player, songwriter, cowboy poet. And I was supposed to get this guitar when my dad passed away. And I think I was probably maybe 28, 29 years old. And I got this gigantic box in the mail, and I opened it, and it was this guitar. And it had a card that said, I want to see you enjoy it. And so this guitar has basically since then my entire career. I don't travel with it for good reason, but on planes, in cars I do. But yeah, it now has a new story.
It does.
Do you want me to tell it?
Yeah. We
Yeah.
were, it had a short and
Yeah.
this pickup that's built into it. And we had it soldered so that it would actually, not short out to where it would hear it, then you wouldn't hear it. But when we went in for pre-production with Jimmy George, we realized even though we could still hear it when it was plugged in, there was the zzz sound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was the zzz sound. And Dave was so smart, and he got a paper clip and he put one end here and one end here, and the buzz went away. And he's like, okay, I know what we need to do, but the paper clip kept falling off. And, a week later, we're in the hospital, and he's in quadruple bypass surgery, and he comes out with just tubes and wires and all these things that were keeping him alive. And one of the things that was keeping his heart beating was this string, or two strings actually. And they every day after the surgery, they would take something out, one of the tubes, on this particular day, they took these strings where the ends of these strings were inside of his heart, and so they just kind of.
They were
pulled
like,
him out.
"Are you ready? They were like, "Do you want to count down, or do you want me to just pull?" I'm like, "Give me that 3, 2, 1." So he was like, 3, 2, 1, and I was like, "That tickled." Whew. And two strings were in his hand.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't want to be morbid, but can I be that guy that asks if I can keep those strings? Because immediately when I saw they were wire, my head was turning.
Yep, on both of the ends, there was this little wire out of each one of the coated wires. And he knew that that's what he was going to do with those wires. And so we got the guitar. I don't know if I need to hold it up or not, but it's in my lap now. This orange string, we call them the heartstrings now. The other interesting thing about this is that my grandfather, who loved this guitar dearly, died of a heart attack when he was 42 years old. And just strange how the world has, technology, the thing that could have actually saved him is now on this guitar. And keeping it going.
Telling the stories.
Keeping it going.
I
So,
love it. I
yeah, we found a home for those heartstrings.
I love it.
I love
That's
it
awesome.
too.
Well, I could talk to this wonderful lady all day, but I'm going to go ahead and do that for the rest of my life.
Okay.
We thank y'all for watching CapZeyeZ. Look out for the new Renée Woodward album coming from the Roost Studios, Jimmy George. We'll have some new Jimmy George footage for you also, so stay tuned for that. But Here in just a minute, we're going to hear some music from singer-songwriter Kris Schultz, and we'll be around to talk with her. So y'all keep watching CapZeyeZ. Thanks for tuning in.
So I always like to start my set with this song. It's about my aunt who lived in Connecticut while I was growing up in Kansas, and always sort of knew how to be present with all of her nieces and nephews in a way that was very comforting. It's called Hattertown Road. I was walking, there was nothing left to say, everything was gone, couldn't take it with me anyway, holding on to something too long, only breaks it down. I fell quietly, sometimes sadness has no sound. What I believe, what I need, I find them both on Hattertown Road. Driving with you on Hattertown Road. I keep finding pieces below the surface, working their way out, like those rocks beneath my skin. When I fell when I was small, I keep searching, I keep finding. The more I break, the more there is to understand. What I believe, what I need, I find them both on Hattertown Road. Driving with you on Hattertown Road. All my favorite songs live a few miles on. I'll find them someday, they'll keep me safe. But until then, what I believe, what I need, I find them both on Hattertown Road. Driving with you on Hattertown Road. Driving with you on Hattertown Road.
Hey, you guys, thanks for tuning in to CapZeyeZ. I'm Dave, your host and producer, and we've been doing this show since the 80s. I'll leave it at that. What it is a spotlight on Texas bands you may not see or hear anywhere else. Today is a spotlight on singer-songwriters, and we're lucky enough to have Kris Schultz joining us today. Kris, hi, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Doing wonderful. Thank you for joining us. You have got some experience here in Austin. I've been aware of your stuff since my wife introduced me to your material. But you are not an Austinite.
I'm not an Austinite. I grew up in Kansas.
Kansas. What brought you to Texas, to Austin?
When I was in college, I was on the track team. I threw javelin, and we came here for the Texas relays, and I loved it. I only saw, very small parts of Austin, but I fell in love with it, and I decided I'm going to come back and visit. And I came to visit for 2 days, ended up staying for I think a week, my sister and I, And I went back to Manhattan, Kansas, thinking, you know, I'm going to move there when I graduate. And I ended up moving there. I ended up taking a break from school, moving down here, doing some independent study, and getting an internship at Austin Music Network. And
Those were the days.
Those are the days. And that's, I think, where I first encountered you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So mostly it was just the music. I loved the music. Yeah, I wasn't a musician at the time. I just loved being in a room, back of a room, listening to someone sing a song that made it feel like I was hearing my own story, you know? So
It's funny, I'll share with you, like, because to me, I'm hearing, you know, it planted the music seed in you at that place.
Yeah.
And it's funny because my heart is here doing this show, you know, with my good friend Woodstock for years, for
Yeah.
Nathan for years, and the family of people that I work with on this show makes it what it is for me. Based on what I did here, that entity, the Austin Music Network, in several variations, hired me on to do, you know, the punch in, punch out job.
right.
So here you are coming in, feeding from the purity of it all, and I'm punching a clock.
Right.
I didn't have my heart in that, you know, ever,
Yeah.
really. There was a couple moments where it was great because you couldn't avoid the amazing music that
Right.
was going on,
Right.
but it was definitely a job for me. So it's really interesting for me to hear how that fed you
Yeah.
in those moments where I was like, is it time to go yet? You know, so that's an interesting kind of, you
Yeah.
know, yin and yang.
Right, right, yeah. So I'm going to try this one. It's called Sumner Street, and I wrote it after walking around Topeka, Kansas. That was the same neighborhood that both of my parents grew up in, 13 years apart. And so they didn't really know each other until adulthood, but they grew up, you know, literally blocks from each other. And then my sisters and I lived there till I was about 11. A few years ago, I went back to Topeka and I played there a couple times. And the last time I played there, I actually played in the same neighborhood. And my older sister lives in the neighborhood still. And she and I went on a walk around the neighborhood one morning, and as I was driving back to Kansas, or back here from Kansas, this song sort of just kind of spilled out. So it's called Sumner Street. Rail yards are quiet today. There's daylight moon. Think the sun would have something to say. It'll be fading soon. Walking this cracked concrete, 1,000 ghosts of me. They all have a story to tell about how I stumbled, where I fell, and I wonder sometimes if I'll ever be as brave as I was 6 years old on Sumner Street, on Sumner Street. Can't remember anything without you in the frame, making up all your silly rules so you could win at all the games. You were younger, so we laughed it off. We loved having you around. I was so angry a few years on
when I found out how you had gone. And I wonder sometimes if I'll ever be as brave as I was 6 years old on Sumner Street. On Sumner Street. We could travel around the world, see things we never thought we'd see. Yeah, but something's gonna bring us back to our footprints under the buckeye tree. It'll all still be here, frozen in time. We'll trip over our mistakes and be humbled by so many left to find. And I wonder sometimes if I'll ever be as brave as I was 6 years old on Sumner Street. On Sumner Street.
The thing about this town that I've noticed is, you know, it feels like sometimes the bigger it gets, the smaller it gets, and you keep reintroducing yourself to people that you knew from a previous time in your life, and you get to know them in a different way. You know what I mean?
It's amazing.
I'm always in awe of that. It just feels like it. You know, you wake up and you're like, what's going to happen today? Who am I going to see from my past that I'm going to experience in a different way?
I don't know anything about that.
Right?
Married one.
Exactly. And you know, like for years, I was the merch girl for the new Hot Damn.
Yeah.
And so now to be able to sing my song and have Renée come up and sing with me,
She sounds
That's
great with you, and your
amazing.
songs are great. So your
amazing.
songs seem to be written a lot about your past before you came here, and those were written as you became a musician in Austin.
Yeah,
Wow, how about that?
a lot of it, yeah.
Absolutely. So has Austin taken its spot in any of these songs that you're playing?
Absolutely. I mean, it's everywhere. I mean, it's in there. There's a song on my first album called Small Big Hearts, which I didn't play today, but it's basically a love song to finding music and finding Austin.
That's awesome.
And it came from a song prompt at the open mic at the Cactus Cafe.
Oh, yeah.
And I didn't know what I was going to do with it, and I started thinking about it, and you know, Austin is the place that sort of welcomed this, you know, super shy, weird, awkward kid into it with, you know, like showing me how to give real hugs and and express myself in a lot of ways, and you know, I feel like I grew up with the city in a lot of ways.
Austin will do that to
yeah.
someone.
Yeah.
it's a very welcoming place.
Yeah.
You know, even today,
Yeah.
like people complain about whatever, but if you know where to look, you're going to find the good stuff.
Exactly.
You know.
Here's a love song. It's called Choosing to Stay.
I'm trying not to disappear into any other place but here. Try to leave my ghosts in the past tense. They keep showing up, new friends with an old mess. Of just a series of trusting and letting go, admitting there's so much we don't know. Could it be as simple as waking up every day, both of us choosing to stay? I'm trying not to believe the old lies, step on eggshells left behind. I know those don't belong to you. You keep showing up, old friend with a new truth. Of just a series of trusting and letting go, admitting there's so much we don't know. Could it be as simple as waking up every day, both of us choosing to stay? It's not like falling, it's rising to the surface side by side, looking around, looking at each other to see there's so much here, so much to be found. Of just a series of trusting and letting go, admitting there's so much we don't know. Could it be as simple as waking up every day, both of us choosing to stay? Choosing to stay, choosing to stay.
When I showed up in '97, people were already telling me that I missed the best parts of it, and I was like, "Are you kidding me? Look at this!"
I think Doug Somm was preaching how Austin had flown the coop in the '70s.
Right.
So you know, it's flown the coop many times, and here's to many more coops being flown.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
you and Charlie have been working on
Songs in
Places.
Yeah,
thank you.
yeah.
And that's a very unique, very well produced concept. Tell us a little about that.
Well, it's called, so it's, at the moment it's a Patreon thing, and we release a few publicly, but we got a little funding, and we're planning to put some more public ones out there. Basically what it is we just go to a location, we keep the location top secret, go to the location, I play a song. Charlie Richards, who produced my first album and is going to be producing the new recordings. He captures it on video with a field recorder for the audio, and we go to places that are like culturally significant or historically significant or just interesting to look at. And a lot of times they're time specific too. We did a New Year's Eve one that we started at 11:56 p.m. And I just had to get the song right in 4 minutes. So you know, just it's been really fun. It's changed the way that I approach performing, I think. Because so but it's really fun.
We were a real time sensitive program. We would be live at midnight for years.
Yeah.
I like it not being live.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I have to say the stress of getting the one song perfectly in those 4 minutes, it was a lot, but I was very happy when I got it done. But yeah, it's been really fun. We've gone to some weird places that we show up and we just both start laughing because it's like, I can't believe we're doing this,
Right.
you know?
Totally.
So I grew up a block from the Little League fields in Topeka, Kansas. We played baseball in our yard because no one on our block played Little League, but you could hear the games going on. And so we played baseball in our yard because it had a fence, and you need a fence when you're a little kid and you're playing baseball. But our yard was so small that in order to hit a home run, you had to hit it over the fence, across the street, into the sewer. And that's what this song is about, is for anyone who's ever had to argue over which piece of trash on the ground is home plate. And I would love to have my friend Renée Woodward come up here and sing this with me.
Hey, love to.
I'm so happy to be doing this with you.
I love this song. I love hearing you sing.
Bones of the front porch in a pile in the yard. Souvenirs of the past, easy to discard. Down the street, cars on blocks, broken glass and bare feet. Further on, baseball fields, people we never meet, fill the summer air with a batter, 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 a batter, 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 a batter, 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 swing. A batter, 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 a batter, 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 a batter, 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 swing. Makeshift bases in the tiniest of yards. We're just a bunch of kids. Guess we're easy to discard. Make our own rules, call the shots. Foul or fair, strike or not, we'll say, a batter, 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 a batter, 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 a batter, 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 swing. A batter, 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 a batter, 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 a batter, 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 swing. Swing for the fences, swing to cross the state lines. say, hey, batter, 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 hey, batter, 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 hey, batter, 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 swing. Hey, batter, 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 hey, batter, 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 hey, batter, 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 swing. Just swing.
You have a second album in the works. Tell us about what's going on with the second record.
Yeah, so I think what we're gonna do is do A and B sides of songs and release them two at a time like that to make up an album or maybe a double EP. That's kind of the plan right now. The first album we did, those were my songs. Those were the songs I had. I was so early in the process of writing songs because I came to it pretty late. In January of 2020, everything stopped right after we got the basic tracks down. And so there was a year waiting where, you know, for like everyone else.
Yeah.
Now I have these kind of, you can look at my songs that I wrote in the last few years and they kind of go in two different branches. So
if you've just tuned in, it's Kris Schultz. She's here playing songs for us, and if you like what you hear, I know she's regularly at Sahara Lounge, New World Deli. Anywhere else you'd recommend catch the Kris Schultz experience?
Yeah, I play at the Cigar Vault quite often down
nice
in
in
Buda.
Buda,
Yeah, and that's one of my favorite places.
Great room.
It's such a great place. Yeah, it's
Awesome.
just their courtyard out back, and yeah,
Awesome.
it's lovely people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we miss Charlie.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you came to do the show. And we'll see you around in the scene for
Yeah.
sure.
Thank you. and
Thank
I'm
you so much.
I'm so glad to see you doing well and back at it.
I'm faking it on TV. But I couldn't stay away, you know. As long as I can walk away from the heart attack, I'm coming back.
There you go.
Thank y'all for tuning into CapZeyeZ. We do it every week, and if you have a band, davetv.org's got all my social information, and we thank you very much for tuning in. Tune in next time for some more Texas music, y'all.